Hi guys, my name is Becca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with my end of summer book haul. I bought only a couple of books in August, and then the very beginning of September kind of went on a shopping spree. It happens. But I also went to the library quite a bit since it opened, and I have some books. So it's going to be like my library haul / August / September book haul. So this might just be the beginning of September, and I might get some more books later on. But yeah, this is what we're going with now. So we're going to start with the library books. The first 3 of these I've already talked about in other videos, and that are these. Empire Sand by Tasha Suri, as well as Middle Game by Shauna McGuire. I have already read and talked about in my weekly reading check-ins. And then also is Stormcrow by Kaylin Josephson, I DNF'd and talked about in that video. So if you want to learn more about... That was close. If you want to learn more about these 3 books, check out those videos. But yeah. So next up, so I went to the library quite a few times. It just opened, I want to say, mid-August, something like that. And since it opened, I wanted to go in and just check out a few books. Of course, I was being safe. They had sanitizer wipes. I had my mask on, hand sanitizer at the ready all the time. It was fine. And there was not actually that many people at the library, so worked out for me. But first off, I got If I'm Being Honest by Emily Wibley and Osmo Siegman-Broca. So, yeah, I've hauled this so many times in past library hauls. I even had this for so many months because of COVID, and then I had to return it, so then I just re-got it because I can't believe I never read it. I had this for so long. I just know that I think it's like a Taming of the Shrew retelling, kind of modern take on it. I think she is just a mean girl. She's a bitch. And she has this crush on this guy, and he doesn't like mean girls, so she's trying to tame herself, and that's all I know. But I am kind of looking forward to it, even though I've had it for so many months. We'll see if I even read it. And then the other one I got for my first run there, other than the other 3 that I talked about, is Blood Heir by Emily Wen Zhao. This one is the Anastasia retelling, and we follow Anna, or Anastasia, and her father, the Emperor, is murdered. She is framed for his murder, and so she has to flee just, to save her life. And while she's on the run, she decides to go after the true person, figure out who actually killed her father. I don't know if this is a Chinese retelling or an Asian retelling of Anastasia, but this is a debut novel, and I'm looking forward to it. So for my second run, I found some more books. First up, I found a romance called The Kissing Game by Mary Hart, something like that. I don't really know too much about it, but the cover looks so pretty, and I like the title, so. It says, Rena Jackson is ready. She's worked her tail off to open up her own hair salon, and she's almost ready to quit her job at the dive bar. Rena's also a die-hard romantic, and she's had her eye on a bar regular, Axel Heller, for a while. He's got that tall, brooding, and handsome thing going on big time. Problem is, he's got that buttoned-up, Germanic Iceman thing going on as well. With Valentine's Day just around the corner, Rena's about to give up on Axel and find her own Mr. Right. At 6'6", Axel knows he intimidates most people. He's been crushing on the gorgeous waitress for months, but the muscle mechanic is not romantic, and his heart is buried so deep he has no idea how to show Rena what he feels. He knows he's way out of his depth, and she's slipping away, so he makes one crazy, desperate play. I bet you a kiss you can't resist me. Game on. Okay. Looks cute. We'll see how that goes. Next up, I picked up Dear Martin by Nick Stone. I know the sequel, Dear Justice, is coming out, and I've been meaning to pick this up for quite some time. Like, pretty much ever since I read The Hate You Give, I've been wanting to read more books, like that. So we follow Justice, and he is top of his class at this prep school. He's captain of the debate team and set for an Ivy League school next year, but none of that matters to the police officer who just put him in handcuffs. He's eventually released without charges or an apology, but the incident rattles him. Despite leaving his rough neighborhood, he can't seem to escape the scorn of his former peers or the attitude of his new classmates. The only exception, Sarah Jane, Justice's gorgeous and white debate partner he wishes he didn't have a thing for. Justice has studied the teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but do they hold up now? He starts a journal to Dr. King to find out. Ooh. Oh, okay. So, I'm really interested in reading this. It sounds like it's going to be a really good read, and I just can't wait to pick it up. And it's very short, too, so that's going to be good. Alright, next up, I found the new Emma Mills book, Lucky Caller. Don't really know what it's about, but I've had luck with Emma Mills in the past. Oh, wow, that's really big font. That's good. So it says, when Nina decides to take a radio broadcasting class for teen years, she expects it to be a walk in the park. Instead, it's a complete disaster. The members of Nina's haphazardly formed radio team have approximately nothing in common, and to maximize the awkwardness, her group includes Jamie, a childhood friend she'd hoped to basically avoid for the rest of her life. The show is a mess. Internet rumors threaten to bring the wrath of two fandoms down on their heads, and to top it all off, Nina's family is on the brink of some major upheaval. Everything feels like it's spiraling out of control, but maybe control is overrated. Okay. Sounds good. Again, it's got like really big font, so that works. Next up, I picked up My Calamity Jane by Cynthia Hand, Jodie Meadows, and Brody Ashton. This one is all about Calamity Jane. So I believe this is the last of the Janes, and then they're going to go on, I believe, to Mary, because there's quite a few Marys in historical fiction, or in history. What the frick? And so yeah, this is all about Calamity Jane. It says, welcome to 1876, and a rootin' tootin' America burst in with gunslingers, outlaws, and Garou. Or I think that's like a werewolf kind of thing, right? I don't know. But we followed Jane, Frank, and Annie. Annie Oakley. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed the books in the past. They did, Lady Jane Grey, who was a queen for 9 days, I believe it was. They did, My Plain Jane, which is their take on Jane Eyre, and then Calamity Jane, so I've enjoyed their books in the past. Wow, it's literally right here. Okay. And I mean, I am excited to just continue on to just see what they did with Calamity Jane. And, you know, their hilarious take on it. Apparently there's gonna be a wolf. And then lastly, from the library, I picked up Today, Tonight, and Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This, I believe, just came out. And I have been meaning, I've been trying to get an ARC for this for a while. Yeah, this is brand new, guys. Oh, man, this is brand new. Oh, that's just nice. So this is about two teenagers in, I believe, their very last year of high school. I believe they're about to graduate. And it says, today she hates him, tonight she puts up with him, and tomorrow maybe she's already fallen for him. So I believe, yeah, they are like rivals in school, or at least, yeah, they've been bitter rivals for all of high school. It's the last day of senior year, and so we follow Rowan and Neil. Rowan secretly writes romance novels, and is anxious about the future. She'd love to beat her infuriating academic nemesis one last time. Neil is named a valedictorian. Oh no. Rowan is one more chance at victory. Howl, a senior class game that takes them all over Seattle, a farewell tour of the city she loves. But after learning that a group of seniors is out to get them, she and Neil reluctantly decide to team up until the last player's left. And then they'll destroy each other. It just sounds so good, and I love the cover. And I'm just happy it's out so I can read it. Okay, so that is all the library books. Now, let's talk about the book of the month books that I got. So I have 6 here because I never hauled my August ones. And so, here we are. So I'm going to haul my August ones, and then I got my September ones too. So firstly, for August, I picked up Atomic Love by Jenny Fields. This one is set during the Cold War, and it's about a physicist. Yeah. And she's got this passionate love affair with her colleague. And then that, everything just ends abrupt. Okay. So 5 years after the end of both, she meets up with her ex-lover again. Like, he gets back in touch with her, and then this FBI agent comes and tells her that he believes that her ex-lover is selling secrets or passing nuclear secrets to Russia, and so, she has to get close to her ex-lover again to find out if that's true, and now she has to choose between her ex-lover or the new FBI agent, so, yeah. But yeah, it's all, like, the atomic bomb that happened, and her guilt over, I believe she created the bomb, so I believe that's why, or she helped create the bomb. So, yeah. I'm excited to pick that up. It looks really good. And then the 2 add-ons I did was The Guest List by Lucy Foley. It says You'd Kill to Be on It, and it's literally just like an exclusive wedding on a remote Irish island. We have 5 people: the bride, the +1, the best man, the wedding planner, and the bridesmaid. All have a secret, all have a motive, but only one is a murderer. Sounds so good. I can't wait to pick this one out. I've been meaning to get back in my thrillers. And then Star Daughter by Shweta Thakur. I just butchered that so badly. I'm so sorry. This is a gorgeous cover. So beautiful. And this is about a girl who is the daughter of a star and a human. And I believe her human father, or she accidentally injures her human father when she's trying to practice her powers, or coming into her powers, or something like that. And she needs the help of her star mother, who's already back in the celestial world. So she needs to go and find her mother and her mother's people in order to get help to save her father. I believe that's what it is. So yeah, those I'm excited for. And then for my September ones, I didn't have anything I wanted for the September picks, so I just did a member fave, and I chose The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. So after this one, the only one that I will have to read is Final Girls, and I've read all of Riley Sager's. So that's good. But this one is about a summer camp, and girls go missing during the summer camp, and only one of, so there's this friend group, and only one has, is still alive from that friend group, or at least is still, how should I say this? All of her friends went missing, and she's the only one there, and then she, years later, she's a rising star in the New York art scene, and she ends up going back to her old camp, because they want her to be, like, an instructor, and then stuff comes back up from when all the girls went missing. So, yeah. Sounds good. I can't wait to pick that up. And then I have The Boyfriend Project by Farah Roshan, right? Did I just butcher that again? It's about a woman who gets catfished, I believe. So a live tweet of a horrific day just revealed the painful truth. She's been catfished by a 3-timing jerk of a boyfriend, yeah. So she gets in touch with the other 2 girls that he catfished, and they make a pact to, there's no more guys in their lives, at least for 6 months, no more men. And then, of course, she ends up falling for one of her coworkers, or like her new coworker or something like that. So yeah. Now she has to choose. That sounds really good. And then lastly, for book of the month, I'm so happy they included that. And it's A Rogue of One's Own by Evie Dunmore. This is the sequel/companion to Bringing Down the Duke. This one follows Lady Lucy and Tristan. I kind of remember them from the first one. I might have to reread the first one, but you don't really have to. You could kind of just go into this, not really knowing too much, and I'm just really excited. I'm just so glad that the sequel is out, or the companion is out, because I loved the first book. Bringing Down the Duke was so good. Now I can't wait to pick up the companion to it. Okay, that is all the book of the month books. I still have a whole bag from Barnes & Noble. And then I did just order a book from Amazon. So we'll talk about the Amazon book first. I'm so excited I got this. And it's Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis. The stage is set, the spectacle awaits. So all I heard about this book, like the very first thing I ever heard, was that it's kind of inspired by Greatest Showman. Or at least it feels like Greatest Showman. And that's all I needed, because that's my favorite movie of all time. It's my favorite musical of all time. But I know it's also said that it's inspired by Moulin Rouge and I think Phantom of the Opera as well. So all my musicals in one, thank you. I really don't know too much about it. In a city covered in ice and ruin, a group of magicians face off in a daring game of magical feats to find the next headliner of the conquering circus. Fame and glory await the winner, but no contestant is safe when an unseen danger begins striking behind the scenes. Accidents, injuries, missing magicians. Though each act grows riskier, the show must go on, and the three entangled within the dark heart of it will do whatever it takes to keep their secrets from rising to the surface. The star, Kalia, a powerful showgirl, out to prove she's the best, no matter the cost. The master, Jack, the enigmatic keeper of the club, and more than one lie told. The magician, DeMarco, the brooding judge, haunted by a past he can no longer hide. Little do they know, on a stage where love, lies, and illusion collide, nothing ever escapes the spotlight, especially in a game with no way out. I am so excited to pick this up. It's gonna be so good. Okay. Barnes & Noble time. I pretty much got... Okay. Except for one book, all the other books are pretty spooky or thrillery, or at least have an October feel. And I guess you could say that one of the books, or the other book that doesn't really go with that, kind of has an October feel. Only because it's a fantasy. But no. The one that doesn't fit with the theme for the other books is The Lost Book of White. Or Lost Book of the White by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. This is the second book in the Eldest Curses series, or something, trilogy, I don't know. I'm so happy it's out. And then I love that they did this. So if you liked the first cover, don't worry, you can still have the matching covers. But it's Magnus and Alec. That's all I care. It's my Malik book, and I don't give a damn. Like, I really just want to read this because I love Malik so much. Oh my god, I just want to read this right now. But I can't. That's fine. But yeah, this is gonna be so good. Oh my god. The first book, The Red Scrolls of Magic, I think was it called. Really? It's not even on the back here. That's sad. So good. I just can't wait. I'm pretty sure it's The Red Scrolls of Magic. And I'm just so excited to finally have the sequel in my hands. Yes. Okay. Now, the other 3 books in this bag all have a, theme. Not just October-y feel. First book is a thriller, and I had to get it because it's from one of my favorite authors. And that is Alyssa Cole, and that's When No One Is Watching. I loved her Reluctant Royals series so much. I believe there's a spin-off to that coming. I think by the end of the year or something. But she's got a thriller, and I really want to get into thrillers, so, here we are. I've been slowly getting into them. And I believe this is about Sydney, who is Brooklyn born and raised, but her beloved neighborhood seems to change every time she blinks. Condos are spreading up like weeds, for sale signs popping up overnight, and the neighbors she's known her life are disappearing. To hold on to her community's past and present, Sydney channels her frustration into a walking tour and finds an unlikely and unwanted assistant in one of the new arrivals to the block, her neighbor Theo. And then it was, she finds out that her neighbors may not have moved. Something else may have happened, but yeah. So, it's a psychological thriller. We'll see how this goes. There may be a romance with Theo. Okay. I'm excited. The other book I got is The Haunting of Ashburn House by Darcy Coates. So, yeah, it says there's something wrong with Ashburn House. Everyone knows about Ashburn House. They whisper that its old owner went mad and restless ghosts still walk the halls. But when Adrian, desperate and in need of a place to stay, inherits a crumbling old mansion, she only sees it as a lifeline until darkness falls. Strange messages are etched into the walls, furniture moves when she leaves the room, and a grave hidden in the depths of the forest hints at a terrible, unforgivable secret. Something twisted lives in her house, its hungry eyes ever watchful. Chasing the threads of a decades-old mystery, it isn't long before she realizes she's become prey to something deeply unnatural and intensely resentful. She has no idea how to escape. She has no idea how to survive. Only one thing is certain. Ashburn's dead are not at rest. Sounds so good. I can't wait to read it. The thing with these books as well, Darcy Coates wrote so many books in this type of series. I don't even know. I think they're all standalones, but what's it called? They all have that creepy haunted feeling to all of them, and I think me and my best friend, when we went to Barnes & Noble together, we bought these books, and we were both saying that we were gonna buddy read this one and then the next one that I'm gonna show. So, yes. Last but not least, the piece de resistance. The book that I went to Barnes & Noble for, because screw it. I wanted this book so badly, and Amazon wasn't going down in price at all. I mean, for only a few dollars cheaper, why don't I just go to Barnes & Noble and get it in my hands right away? Oh no. Oh no. No. That's The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. I have wanted this book for so long. Okay, I say that and it just came out last month? But still, I wanted it so badly when I found out about it. It's about a young woman living in a rigid puritanical society, discovers dark powers within herself in the stunning feminist fantasy debut. Look, that's all I really want to know. I know it's about a dark wood. I know it's about kind of Salem Witch Trial-y kind of book. And oh my god, there's some shit happening in this book, and I'm so excited to read it. And everybody that I have talked to, okay, so the person at Barnes & Noble, when she saw that me and my bestie were getting this book together, she's like, that was amazing. You're gonna love it. It's dark. It's gory. It's good. You're gonna love it. And it's just it's all I needed. It's all I needed. I can't wait to read this book. We're gonna read this one together kind of later in October, because it's the more Halloween feel out of all of them, though this one does. I think we're gonna try and buddy read this one beginning of October, maybe. So, and then we have one other one. It's called Violet by Scott Thomas. Here. I mean, I'll talk more about this in another TBR video, but let's see. I can just show you. I'll just show you. It's fine. This one we're probably gonna start buddy reading a little later on, towards the end of September. This one sounds so good. So you can see, like, she's got like a little ghost friend, or I don't know, is it a ghost, is it an imaginary friend, what, I don't know. But I am really excited to read that one too. She heard really good things about it, so she picked it up from Barnes & Noble. There was only one copy, so I had to get an ebook of it. That's fine. I can't wait to read it too. So we're gonna have so much fun reading all these spooky books together. Stay tuned for my October TBR when that goes up, when I talk about all the spooky books that I want to be reading during that month. I am so excited. Some of these are going to make an appearance, by the way. FYI, if you didn't already guess, some of these will definitely be making an appearance for October. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again with another. Bye. Happy reading.